Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host, Aurelio Martinez. He's sporting this gear here for you guys. Okay, we're here for our third segment, which is our open topic segment. This time we're not going to be political. We're going to be right boxing on this one. Aurelio, I know that this particular segment you've been chomping at the bit to get to. I'm going to let you go ahead and take it.
You know what? It's going to be... Come on, man.
Come on,
man. I mean, you know, let's talk about this, okay? I never thought I'd see the day where a non-boxer, someone that's not a boxer, becomes the money man in boxing, okay?
After a fight that he lost.
Yeah. And didn't look good. I mean, it was like... okay, so we're talking about Conor McGregor. Okay, Conor McGregor has now become the money man in boxing, guys. Believe it or not, everybody and their mothers wants to fight Conor McGregor.
Can't dispute it.
And it's crazy. I mean, we had Danny Garcia come out and want to fight. Everyone knows Canelo wants to fight him. Everybody wants to fight Conor McGregor, okay, because they think it's going to be that big payday. They saw what Floyd Mayweather done, and he made, you know, the $100 million or whatever it was. I can't even count that far, so it doesn't matter to me. But now everybody wants a piece of Conor McGregor because he's become the money man.
Well, it's hard to fathom, mainly because the reason that Floyd fought Conor is because nobody else could generate that kind of money. So if you're Conor, unless you can generate that kind of money for me, I'm not worried about you. Unless you want to bring your ass in that octagon.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, in the octagon, I don't think it generate that kind of money either. You got to have a Floyd to generate that kind of money.
That's what I'm saying. So all these other guys, they're just blowing smoke.
Yeah, I mean, because Danny Garcia called him out. Who's going to pay to see Danny Garcia fight?
It's hard to get Danny on a pay-per-view right now.
So
I don't know why you think
he need to regroup a little bit, to be honest with you.
Most definitely.
Well,
what about one of your favorites who called him out? I know this guy that, you know, he's $50. What's his name?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. $50.
Yeah. 50 Cent.
50
Cent called out Conor McGregor, and he is serious.
Well, I give
the boy is dead serious.
But I'm gonna give 50 one little bit of credit. 50 has no business calling anybody out in boxing. Conor had no business calling Floyd out. So that one might be a little interesting, but not for the kind of money they're talking about. What would you think would be the money that 50 would have to put up in order to be relatively serious about
this? I don't think he thinks he has to put up any money. I think 50 thinks his name is on the same level as Floyd Mayweather. So I think he thinks his name is going to carry an audience.
Well,
I mean,
50, they say 50 weighs about 150, 155, 160, somewhere around there. If I was Conor, I would say, hey, well, you know, there's 3 guys that fought Saturday night, you know, that upper echelon, that 154 category. Beat any one of those 3, and then we'll talk.
Well, I'll tell you what, Conor's all about money.
Exactly.
Okay? He's all about money. So all you got to do is say, 50, I accept your challenge, but you got to guarantee me. You have to guarantee me, because everybody knows 50 got money.
Well, first of all,
you have to
if I'm Conor,
me.
What's your name? 50? Guarantee me $50 million.
Exactly.
That's right. Let's stick to your
guarantee 50. It, and the fight's on.
Guarantee your 50, and let's do it.
Okay, and I think then I think we got to fight. So
I don't. So, well, would you pay to see that?
No, and you know me.
I was gonna say, man, you pay to see that.
Yeah, I did, but
you wouldn't pay to see this. Good, man. I'm glad to see you come to your senses, because this is getting out of control.
I really couldn't see that, because there'd be no
interest.
Well, no. There'll be interest.
There's no skill involved. I mean,
exactly. You're not going to see boxing in the ring.
You're not going to see 2 guys from the neighborhood that's been arch enemies for years. They're going to fight. Who's going to pay to see it? Maybe their family, mom and dad might help them out, but nobody else really cares. And that's the thing. 50. Conor McGregor has made the impact on the sport he wanted to, like we're doing today. Most fans of boxing, his name is ingrained in our head forever, just because he actually talked himself into a fight with Floyd.
Yep.
None of these other guys could do it, you know. So he's ingrained there. But I'm saying, for any of you boxers that want to call Conor out, and if I'm Conor, you say, you know what? I came into your realm. I did my thing. Now you come into mine. 50, Danny Garcia, whoever you are, if you want Canelo, if you really want 50, go meet him in the octagon. You can call Dana White right now, and he'll be glad to set that up. But you're gonna have to guarantee him $50 million.
Hey, I got you. I got you.
Who?
I know who's looking for a fight.
Who?
Big George.
Oh man. You know what? I'm glad we have time for this now because see, you almost let that get away from me. Because I told you my coming on then was Big George called out Steven Seagal. Now, for all of you people who know Steven Seagal, he's of the action movie guy, but he's you can't deny.
But he's trained. He's trained.
He's proficient in the martial arts. Okay, a lot of people look at him as kind of a clown act, but he's very proficient in what he does, and you can't underestimate him. But George, Mr. Hamburger, Mr. George Foreman Grill Man, he didn't come out the woodwork. Why would he pick out? Can you tell me why he picked out Steven Seagal?
I think he was just thinking Conor McGregor and Floyd, and he was trying to look around and say, well, who can I get that could generate this kind of interest? And of course, Steven Seagal. Now, Steven Seagal is just a few years younger than George. George is what? But he's getting close to he's closer to 70 than he is to 60.
Right.
Okay.
I think Seagal is the same way.
It's Seagal's.
He might be my age, about 65.
Yeah. So I mean. But the good thing is, Seagal never even acknowledged it. He never.
It's
even,
clown.
He never even
look at his clown because
he never even acknowledged it.
Because first of all, like you say, man, it's demeaning yourself. It really is. For Seagal, it would be demeaning for him to fight George because first of all, the only thing that could happen is George get hurt.
Well, one of them
George get hurt.
They can fall from a heart attack before the end of the fight.
And
then George even went one step further, said he can do whatever he wants. He can kick and wrestle or whatever he wants.
See, that's why I say, man, George get hurt. And that's, at least with Floyd, remember they had the stipulation. If you kick me, not only is the fight over with, but you going to get sued too.
Yeah.
So there's a little different thing. George says, Steven Seagal, you can do whatever you want. And George, you can only do one thing. Come on. Say it, man.
Come on, man.
That's ridiculous.
That was great. But anyway, Steve, we always like to talk about the fun and but boxing has to get back to where it's a serious business because rightfully it is for all these boxers. You step in that ring and you putting your life on the line, in a real boxing match, okay? You actually put your life on the line, and the people that train for boxing know this. People that are in boxing know this, and we have to get back to that. We had enough of the entertainment with Floyd and McGregor. Now it's time to get back to some serious fights.
And I'm glad you said that. Get back to business, because one thing we will all agree on, no matter if you guys agree with us on our analogies of any of this, one thing we'll all agree on: Saturday night, the fight cards both in California and New York, we had no problem with the scorecards. Okay, there were no problems with the scorecards. And that's really my main issue now for 2018. We got to have scorecards that are right.
And you know what? In one of the fights, I read where the scorecards were almost identical. There was like only 1 point separate, and that's a good sign.
It really is.
That's a good sign.
It really is, man. And I think I'm hoping that New York and California, that they had a good talk with their officials and stressed to them the importance of how this has to be brought in.
Well, I think as they showed that they have by suspending and reprimanding Adelaide Bird, they actually showed that you have to have some accountability.
And they're paying attention to it. You're right.
So I think now these other judges, instead of sleeping and already filling out their scorecard before the fight, they're actually now saying, hey, we don't want to be in that position like Adelaide Bird.
You know what, Aurelio, that's an excellent point, because, like we said, we have to have, if nothing else, when the fans leave the arena, if it wasn't a knockout, they have to say, hey, man, that was a good scorecard. And then the conversation doesn't mention the scorecards at all.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
The scorecards, officials should be just like the referee.
Exactly.
People have to tell you who the referee is, because you should be you don't remember it because he does his job.
You don't.
Okay.
Well, good.
All right, man.
I'll tell you what, that closes out this segment. 10 seconds, and come back and visit us next week. We'll turn it on again, and we'll talk about what happens this week in boxing.
That's all we do here at Inside Boxing's Throwdown. All right?
Till next time.
You got it, Aurelio. What do we always do here at Inside Boxing?
Keep them hands up, baby. Keep them hands up.